All right. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están ustedes? Welcome back from a long weekend. This week is week 8, and we're going to be looking at a bit of grammar that's going to tie together some of the work we have done already. So get ready to have your mind fully engaged, mind and soul fully engaged in this work. And let's start with our note catcher, or the notes, okay? It's called subject pronouns and AR verbs. Now, I warn you, it's going to be a nice and very long lesson, and feel free to pause at any time and catch your breath, have a sip of water, go to the bathroom. Let's create a new note, and it's going to go on a new subject called SI7 Semana 8. Okay? SI7 Semana 8. Pronouns and AR verbs. Okay? Take a second, pause the video, make sure that you are creating this new subject. And then once you're done with that, you can meet me in Schoology, please. Okay. Semana 8. Week 8. Just a few more weeks left in the game. Make sure your head is in the game, all right? So, let's open the notes up. And right away, you're going to see this table, all right? And I need to explain something a little bit, and this helps with English language grammar as well. It's the same deal. First person is you, and in the singular, it is I. Okay? First person, you, I. In the plural is we. All right? Second person is you. In the plural is you all. You all. Sometimes abbreviated y'all. You all. Third person, he, she, and you could say it as well. In plural, it's they. Okay? Now, these exist just the very same way in Spanish. Now, pronouns, my friends, let's take a moment to define them. Pronouns are, they just stand in for nouns. Okay, and nouns are a place, thing, person, idea, object, etc. So if I'm talking about John, and I keep talking about John, and John went to the store, John went to the party, John came back home, at some point I'm going to start using he. All right? I'm not going to say John at every sentence. And that's the point. Pronouns, they stand in for nouns. Okay? So their translation is I is yo. You is tú. He and she is él, and she is ella. Okay? We is nosotros. You all is ustedes. And they is ellos or ellas. Okay? Here you could say nosotras as well. Nosotras. And the difference really is nosotras is for a group of girls or a group of women, and they is for also a group of women. Okay? Now there is one more thing that I want you to know here, and that is you can also be usted. Usted. And if you remember, usted is you, but formal, when you're speaking to your elders, to to strangers, to people in positions of authority. Now, take a second, pause the video, and see if you can use this table to solve these practice problems here. What did you get? Now this cartoon here is pointing at himself, so the answer is yo. 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 And this cartoon is pointing at another guy. And it's he, okay? So the answer is él. This is pointing at another guy, but it's the second person, so it's tú. You all is ustedes. All these cartoons are pointing at themselves, so it's I, but plural, right? Many of us, right? I, or we, nosotros, and they is going to be ellos, okay? If there is a group and they are mixed boys and girls, male and female, men and women, you are going to default to ellos, all right? Take a second, pause that, take a deep breath. Now, an infinitive is a verb that has no number, no person, and no tense. Okay, so we don't know if it's singular or plural. We don't know if it's first, second, third, etc. And we don't know if it's present, past, future. An example is to love. To love. When I say to love, who's doing the loving? And when is the loving happening? Okay? Is it I that is doing the loving or they? To love is an infinitive, all right? And in contrast to an infinitive, a conjugated verb, okay, has taken on number, a person, in a tense. For example, I loved. Now notice right away that we have a pronoun right there, okay? And that matters. It took the person is I, first person. Number is singular because it's I. And tense is past tense. Already happened, loved. Another example might be they love. Okay. Again, has a person, has a number, has a tense. One final example is she loves. Loves. And this one is important because I want you to notice this S here. That S goes in the verb when it's third person, singular. Third person, singular. He loves, she loves, it loves. Okay? And the reason why this is important is because in Spanish, each person is going to have a different ending when you conjugate the verb. Let's get right into it. How do we do this? Let's take the verb hablar, for example. Yo hablo. Tú hablas. Él, ella habla. Nosotras, nosotras hablamos. Ustedes hablan. Ellos y ellas hablan. Now notice that this part is the same in all of them. Okay? We'll call this the stem. And then this part is different in all of them. And we'll call this the suffix. That is essentially your formula for conjugating verbs in Spanish.